CMU has no policy of scholarship. Master students generally don't get TAs. If you have the A grade in that subject, only then you can apply for a CA or a grade. The hostels are not given to everybody. Like I had been through a similar thing in IIT as well. We have a MEXO program. So that's a mechanical engineering graduate student organization. You don't want to rely on just one person again and again to tell you everything. So there's a career and professional development unit in US. It's not just like in India. It was just a single tax system, but here it's not like that. I didn't get a chance for a like publication or paper. You should not complete your application in a one night.
Hello everyone, welcome to College Dunia Study Abroad. My name is Anshika and today we have with us Jaydeep, who is pursuing his Masters in Mechanical Engineering from Carnegie Mellon University. Hi Jaydeep, welcome to the channel.
Thanks for the introduction. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. I started my bachelor's in technology at Gandhinagar, and I pursued mechanical engineering there. Now I moved on to I was there from 2018 to 22. In 22, in 21, actually, I applied to universities across. So I got acceptances from various universities. So I just accepted Carnegie Mellon, and I'm pursuing here to mechanical engineering. But that's like are different things. So there are advanced study students, advanced study students, and research students. These are the three categories that mechanical engineering students are generally divided into.
Okay.
So I am doing applied advanced study, and that's a course-based plus internship-based thing. Now, also describe the other two for people who want to know. So advanced study is just course-based. It's not like for internships, but applied advanced studies course-based plus internship. And research, as it suggests, is for research students. And the difference here is research is it's for 2 years, and the other two are for 1.5 years or 16 months.
Okay, got it.
So I'm doing an applied advanced study, and there are even technical concentrations. So in mechanical engineering, there is manufacturing concentration, there is robotics concentration, and I guess the third one is machining concentration. So I am in robotics concentration.
Okay, got it. So if we go back to your undergrad, you said that you completed your BTech in mechanical engineering from IIT Gandhinagar. So you were a fresher, you didn't have any experience when you applied to the university. So did you have any research papers or something that made your profile stronger?
I didn't have any papers or publications, but had a research intern. I got an intern at UOS, but it was cancelled due to COVID because that year COVID was going on. So, I had to approach one of my professors for some intern. So I did that, and he had he was a great professor. His name was Harish Pin, and he's like too good in robotics and dynamics control stuff. And I liked that field, so I just took a research and research intern under him, and his like during this research intern was basically we were developing the robotics learning kit for beginners. So we had like a great team, and that was divided into parts. We were working on different robots, so we had to develop various things, like dynamics, controls, workspace, and everything for a particular room. So that's what I guess that's what made my profile better rather than the papers and publications. People have papers and publications too, but like you need to have something to stand in. That was my research intern.
Got it. So what were the colleges that you applied to?
If I say for safety, we generally apply with three categories. There are safe universities, there are moderate universities, and there are dream universities kind of thing. So for safe, I applied in University of Florida, and I guess Purdue University, because they both are not that good in is not that great. So they were my those safe universities. Then moderate universities were Boston University, New York University, University of California, San Diego. And for my top colleges were Carnegie Mellon, UMich, Ann Arbor. So those were my top UC Berkeley. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good division, I think, of safe, moderate, and dream universities. So how many universities did out of these gave you an admit, and why did you choose CMU?
I got accepted in all universities. Uh, no, there was one. Those UMISH or UC Berkeley. Like either of those two, one of them rejected me and one of them accepted me.
Okay.
So rest I got all acceptances. So it was basically like I had other universities planned as well. So like University of I guess Michigan in Dearborn, the other UMISH. So they were also planned. Like I had two or three more planned, but UCSD I got pretty soon. Like I guess December end or January starting. So I just dropped those videos of applying to them because as you know that the application fee is about $100. You have to pay for your GRE and TOEFL score
Yeah,
for sending them. So that's like it's not worth if you have already got into one of your moderate universities. So you can drop rest of them. So
that's true.
that's what I did. And so UCSD I got pretty early. So first initial plan was either UCSD or NYU because both of those I got too early. Like for CMU, I had to wait till March mid
Okay.
when I and even you. So these both were the top considerations that I was going through like during the March mid. But when I compared that, I had to pursue robotics. So Carnegie Mellon had an upper hand in robotics. And also UPenn, comparatively UPenn's fees is higher.
Okay.
So CMU was the good and like I think that's the best option at that point for me. So I went.
Got it. So you talked about the fee. Can I know the breakdown? I mean, the total fee for the whole course that you're paying.
So it's like 26K this 26K dollars in tuition fees,
Okay.
and rest of all I guess would be I guess 10 or 40. I don't remember the exact number. I remember it in INR, so I'll tell you. INR, I guess it was 95 lakhs, like the complete 1.5 year like thing.
Okay.
So that was around 95 lakhs.
Got it.
And
So
if we compare to UPenn's tuition fee goes above 1 crore 20. So and additional living expense and all that. So that obviously increases as much.
So we were talking about the tuition fee. Can you
Yeah.
go in with the breakdown of the tuition fee?
Yeah, so as I was telling that it is like in INR, it is like for CMU, it's 95 lakhs, like the overall thing that includes tuition plus living plus your extra miscellaneous things that I hear. So it's like the tuition fee is 26K dollars. So like you can convert, basically you can multiply 80 or 82 something, and you can know that. And the rest of the things is cost in living expenses. So
Yeah.
26K is for like one semester per semester.
Got it. So your course is divided into three semesters, right?
2 semesters. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll come to the course, but firstly, I want to know: are there any opportunities for scholarships or TARAs in your course at the university, or you pay the whole fee on your own?
Okay, so it's like there are no scholarships. Like CMU has no policy of scholarships, so you can't expect mostly like. I don't think any of us got. So like I have a lot of friends, so even none of us got. So there are no scholarships, but there are these RA ships and TA ships. Even there are course assistants and graders. So it's like different pay scales for every thing. Like for graders, it would be $12 per hour. For course assistants, it would be $15, and for TAs, it's $10. But it's like for mechanical engineering department, especially, it's like master students generally don't get TAs. They just get CAs or graders. So TAs are reserved for PhDs, but there are some courses where professors are like okay with being master students as TAs, so they take it. But these are two less courses, so you just depend on CAs or graders for your like if you want to have some money here.
Got
Or
it.
even there are like on-campus jobs, other on-campus jobs, like maybe librarians. There's a pantry here, so some people manage those pantry things, like the stuff that goes in and out and all that. So there's that, and I guess there are some other positions also, in general positions that pay. Though I don't know the exact scale because I haven't applied in any, but yeah, they do good pay. Like I guess they would be like $15 at least. Yeah.
Got it. So it's easy to get a grader or a course assistant job, or it's difficult?
So it's easy. It's not that difficult. But you cannot expect that in the first semester, because you need to have that course experience and you need to have a grade. So it's like if you have the A grade in that subject, only then you can apply for a CA or a grader.
Got it.
So yeah, so for the first semester, if you get something in undergrad, then there's a possibility. But if you don't get something in undergrad, like the undergrads here, so if you don't get that, then I don't think there's a opportunity for masters.
Got it. So did you apply to any of those, as this is your second semester?
Yeah, I'm currently the course assistant for one of the courses, that's wearable health technologies. So I'm assisting like the professor in that course.
Okay, that's nice. So you work for like 20 hours per week?
Though no, I don't work 20 hours. It's like about 10 to 12 hours. I mean, we are allowed to work till 20 hours, but like the job doesn't have that much thing. It's just the work of 10 hours or 12 hours, because like we are two course assistants helping them. So it's like the work is divided between us.
Got it. So
Yeah.
what is the monthly expense, like the rent, say for you, where you're living?
Okay.
And are you on campus
yeah.
or off campus?
So again, master students are not allowed on campus. They just have to live off campus. And even for bachelors, like undergrads, it is that the hostels are not given to everybody. So there are undergrads who are also living like off campus. So it's that for these. But yeah, coming to expense, I pay $850 for my rent, and like there are varying. I would say that it's from 700 to 850, the rent plus utilities thing. So all that covers in generally 700 to 850. There are some like 900, 950, obviously. Like the scale is varying a lot, but yeah, it's probably between 700 to 900, everything fits. So yeah, that's how it is. And I would say anything else I'm missing?
So do you live in a one-bed apartment, or it's a two-bed?
Okay.
How many people?
So yeah, I live in a two-bed, two-room apartment. So I am one and I have a roommate.
Okay. So do you share the room, or it's just a shared apartment?
No, I don't share. It's a shared apartment. I have my personal room, and even he has his personal room. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so now let's talk about some faculty, the course that you're doing. So is the faculty approachable, and how are you dividing your course into 3 semesters? How many courses you have to complete in overall?
Okay. So firstly, I have to complete 126 units. And here, generally, the major courses are of 12 units per course. So yeah. So in general, you and there are like certain specific requirements. So like we have 12 units of academic and professional courses. So they are divided like in the first semester we have to take a 1-unit course. In the second semester we have to take a 5-unit course, and the rest 6 units you can choose your course, but in any of those semesters. So that's on you. Next, after that, as I told, I am in applied advanced studies, so I have a compulsory internship. So I have 2 units of internship and 1 unit of writing a report on that internship, and even talking to faculty how that internship went. So that's a 1-unit course. So these 3 units and the 3 other units are career and professional development course that is necessary to take in either the first or the third semester.
Okay.
So these 6 and 12 units, and rest you need to take like mechanical engineering courses, or even you can explore if you want to explore like robotics institute or the like even other engineering courses if you want to take. And even like you can take any courses, even management and business courses are open to us.
Okay, got it. So there are some restrictions on the core courses, and then other than that, you can take any course that you like.
Yeah, I mean, even in the other units, like as I said, out of those 12 and 6, so out of those 18 units, there are restrictions that you need to complete. Like you need to have 60 or 72 Mechie graduate level courses. So
Okay.
that's a restriction. Then there are certain technical and those restrictions, because as I told that I was doing like I took technical concentration as robotics. So there are restrictions that you need to do like robotics
Got
courses.
it. To make
So
it your
that may be,
concentration.
but yeah. So that may be either in Mechie or even in the Robotics Institute. That depends on you, but you have to complete those requirements.
Got it. So,
Yeah.
how is the course load and how is the faculty?
So it's like the course load is there. Like you have to put in your effort. But as I told that I had been through a similar thing in IIT as well. So I had the kind of heavy workload even there. So that continued for me. I feel there's a bit pressure because here you have to cook, you have to wash your clothes, you have to have other things like like maybe clean your space, clean your room, and all that things are on you. There back in the IIT, we had a mess, we had a laundry. The cleaners were like there were cleaners. So this is you have to even organize your house.
Yeah.
So that's an additional pressure. But I guess the course workload is kind of similar to the that I was doing in IIT. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And how's the faculty? Are they approachable? And
Okay. Yeah. The faculty are they are very good, and they have great experience. They have they will have a lot of research and publications, so you can even go through their publications to get the knowledge, and even at times they even recommend other publications that you go through during their course, and even they are approachable. Like they have office hours, but even in addition to office hours, you can even go to them, email them and go to them at any time. They won't say that we can't be. And even the your cohort is very good. So the Mechie students and the PhD students, if you know some here, they'll be also willing to help. So it's like a complete good help package, and you won't feel alone here. If you're in with some people, then they'll probably help you. It's not like you will be lost somewhere.
yeah, got it. It's easy to find help when you're in trouble or you struggle with something.
Yeah. Even I would like to mention another thing here, that we have a MEXO program. So that's a mechanical engineering graduate student organization. Even that organizes stuff. So there's a mentorship and mentee program. So when I came into first semester, I had a mentor, and he was from third semester, like his final semester. So he helped me a lot in understanding how things go, and how can I plan my courses, because I guess he has experienced that, so he can guide me. And that's what now next, now I am doing. I'm also I do have a mentee, so I do mentor someone else. So
Okay.
that's how they continue. And even there is a group survival program. It started this semester, but it's there's a group created between the batchmates. So you need to it's not just Indians here, so there are a lot of other country people. So you will open up with them, they'll just form a group, and they'll give you some the motivation is basically certain vouchers, lunch vouchers and coffee vouchers. But yeah, the main goal behind is that you get to know other people, except for those who are from your community. So you get to know other people as well, and you work with them.
That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
having a mentor-mentee program that you mentioned is really different from what I've heard before. And I think it's a great start because people will know what courses to take. And if you have something in mind, then you can put it into a plan with the person who's your mentor.
Yeah.
That person can
Yeah.
guide you really well.
Yeah, I mean, see, research students do have their own advisors, and even their PhDs. So they have a support. But the advanced study and applied advanced study students, they just have their academic advisors. And it's you don't want to rely on just one person again and again to tell you everything. So it's like a good thing to have someone else around. And even it so happens that when I was with this mentor, there were his friends even helping me out. So they are also like getting involved in all of these what you are doing. So I used to go and meet him in his office. Like he was actually a research student himself, so he had like a room type of thing. So I used to go there. So his friends even would like to come around and guide me on certain things, and even they get feedback on, like, give feedback on the professors. So they would say that you can work with these professors, you can take help from these professors if you want to do. So that's also a good thing to know.
Yeah, that's great. So, talking about the future prospects, are there any career fairs as you'd be looking for internships in the summer? So, did you attend any career fairs or any like professional development events happening in the university?
Okay. So there's a career and professional development unit here. So that organizes every week workshops, different workshops, like they may be from time management to how to build a resume. So everything would be covered. Like they are those workshops, and then in addition to that, there are career fairs. So in August there were a couple of career fairs. And the career fairs are generally those types that they are scheduled on 2 days, and one of the days is in person and the other day is virtual. So if you even can't attend the in-person thing, you can go virtually from anywhere. So yeah, that's good addition to thing. And the same companies, generally the same companies are there, and in virtual there may be additional companies. So like if even the companies can't come here, they can approach you from where they are.
Got it.
So yeah, so it's like even you have here opportunities from outside the US. So they usually do it virtually and they don't generally come here.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So, how are the career fairs productive? I mean, do they have opportunities for international students as well? And did you find it helpful to go to a career fair? I mean, networking definitely helps, but
Yeah.
in the end, did you find any interviews or connections that made you crack an interview or get one?
Yeah, so it's like there are two things here as well. So in career fairs, we have group sessions as well as one-on-one sessions. So if you book a group session, that even helps you in the way that the others with you ask some questions that would be helpful to you. And for one-on-one sessions, there is a thing that obviously you get to network with the recruiting team, and you need to you get to know what that company expects from you, like specifically for your role what you want to pursue. So you can ask that. So that's the thing for career fair. And for me, for me it was like I had couple of one-to-one interviews this fair. Last fair I generally did group sessions because I was not much planning, like it was just the starting in August. The second career fair I was not able to attend because I was sick. But this semester I attended the first career fair, and the second career fair is due in some time. So I'm gonna attend both of them. In the first one, I got a couple of things. In one of those, I had they had just job opportunities, not internships. So from there only I got the first interview from them. The guy the recruiter that contacted me, he even encouraged me to fill the job application now itself. He told that don't wait till the end, just apply it now. And he was the first one to even take the first interview. Like I had it yesterday itself. So the first he only took, and that was a general interview, but he told that further to follow our technical interviews and those. So I hope I'm selected.
That's great. Good luck for that. So what's the what are the roles that you're looking into for internship and full times?
Yeah, for I've not planned much for full times. It was just this one thing. But for internships, I'm generally looking for either CV roles or learning roles, and along with it, I'm also applying in robotics engineer roles. So these are the main three focus areas that I'm currently. Yeah.
Got it. So what is the average pay hourly that a person should expect doing a master's in mechanical engineering?
Obviously this depends on which city or state you are going to, because there are, like in US it's not just like in India it was just a single tax system, but here it's not like that. There are different cities having different taxes, there are different states having different taxes, and even even in India there's like living expense obviously changes. Like Bangalore, Mumbai would be heavier, and some smaller towns would be less. So it's like here as well. So you might want to check which city you are applying to, and then you might want to see a pay. So in general I would say a $50 pay for an internship per hour is a good thing. As far as I know, I mean, I haven't went into much thought in that side. So, but I think, yeah, 50 hour is good. And for even job, I would say maybe for an annum 100K or 120K, maybe a good thing. Like, yeah.
Got it. So,
Yeah.
can you share some of your experience at Carnegie Mellon, some good times you had?
Yeah. So, as I told the Mexo organization already, so in addition to the mentorship programs or the group survival programs, they also have they usually held events happy hours, and there are some external events too. So happy hours are generally they bring in another engineering group or another institutes group. There are different colleges inside CMU as well. So they bring other schools, like other school peoples or maybe other engineering, and we just communicate with each other what is going on in their lives and in their programs, and we get to know all that. And even we have some games and stuff and food, drinks and all that. In addition to that, there are outside programs I mean, those that are not held in CMU, rather they choose maybe a cafe or a club to go, and we just enjoy there. So there was a last semester, at the end of that semester, we had they organized an event in the club. So that was a great thing, because the complete stress of the final exams, and for the final, there are final presentations, final posters and everything going on. So all that stress was relieved. You drink and dance and everything, so with your group of friends obviously, so it's good chilling. And so yeah, that was some of the good times that I had.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Can you also share some struggles you faced or some bad times you had at CMU?
Yeah. So there are last semester I had to drop a course. That was because during we had a fall break, and there were a couple of assignments due for that, and one of the major projects for this thing. But I was sick during the fall break, and I was not able to do anything. I was not able to even get up. So that was a bad time for me here. And because of that, I was not able to submit that major project. So I had to drop that course because that costed a lot. So that was a bad time. But in addition, there are obviously certain struggles that you need to go through in daily life. You need to go through get motivated to prepare food because that's one of the things that you usually haven't done here. So initially it takes time, but yeah, then you get used to it. So initially there were a lot of struggles, but I guess later on we just gets a normal life. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a change because since the past, say, 20-25 years, we've been spoon-fed and given food on our bed. So that's a change.
Yeah.
But then I think we all get used to it after. So are there any suggestions or advice for young aspirants who are looking to come into a CMU for a master's in mechanical engineering?
Yeah. So I said you plan your masters. You need to plan your masters well. So it's you need to start from the undergrad. Generally students have a thing that during the first or the second year they know that they want to do masters. So from that time you need to build your profile, your LORs or your SOP well. It's not like that SOP is being built in just a month or a 15-day time. You need to work on it, and for that SOP also you need to have your background work actually. So you may have to do certain courses, you may have to do certain interns, and you need to get that SOP correct. So it's though there are colleges that you might think that they are unreachable, but they are reachable if you plan well. So like I guess CMU is one of those where people usually think that it's a good university and we won't be able to grab that opportunity, but the opportunity is within your hands if you plan well. So I would like to tell them that plan your things well in mechanical engineering, especially if you are focusing on a single thing. So CMU has those different concentrations. So if you are aiming for a particular concentration, just do something, some research, like some intern, or it may be a research or industrial, doesn't matter, but it needs to be something. And even if you get a chance, like I didn't get a chance for a like publication or paper, but if you get a chance, just grab it and do that publication. That helps you a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I think that makes you stand out. And definitely what you said, that people are scared to apply to CMU because they just wonder that it's an Ivy League, so it might not accept you.
Yeah.
Rejection is one
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, that's what, like most of the people are afraid of rejections, but don't be, because it's like you already are spending a lot if you apply to one of the universities here. So it's like you need to work for it. And even the application time, it's like you should not complete your application in a one night. You have to work on the application also, like a week or so. Take a week and do that, so that you have everything clear in it, and you know that if you read the application, you should be sure that you are gonna get selected. Even then, you only then you can be sure that the people who are actually viewing your profile are sure of that. So yeah.
Sure. It's not a one night thing that people get up and say that, okay, let's apply here. I think it's a process that takes time, and people should invest in that process for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Jaydeep?
I guess, yeah, just I'd say that all the best to whoever is watching the video, and apply, don't apply like recklessly, even that you apply all top universities. Just try to keep some moderate and safe universities, because they are also, when you come here, you realize it's not about which university you are in, but how you are putting your efforts in. Yeah. So even if you go to a moderate or low university and you put a good effort, you will definitely crack something great. So it's like just think of that, and think well where you want to apply and how you want to apply. And yeah, that's it from my side. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jaydeep. It was really nice talking to you today.
Thank you.